In this video, I'll share my experiences with the Peak Design tripod from my time using it in Chicago, as well as my 4-week trip to Japan, and then explain why I won't be keeping it in my travel photography kit. First, let's start off with my favorite aspect of this tripod, its weight and the form factor. Everyone talks about how light and small this tripod is, while maintaining the great stability. And I agree based on my experience. It was sturdy enough to handle all the windy conditions I've encountered thus far, though I haven't been able to quite test it in, extreme situations. Going back to the form factor, I love being able to fit this in my backpack and even my jacket while walking in between locations when I'm in the city. Since I don't like having my tripod in my backpack's outer pocket when moving in between places within a city, being able to easily stow it somewhere quickly is really convenient and really nice to have in a tripod. The speed and the ease of deploying the tripod is another great feature. Unlike my old tripod's twist locks, this tripod uses lever locks. Just flip them out to unlock and press them back in when you're ready to leave and you're done. This is particularly helpful in cold weather when my hands aren't as nimble as they'd be in the summer or something. Now for the features that I'm not so fond of. First is the Peak Design's tripod's inability to lay completely flat on the floor, unlike my old tripod. I often like to rest my tripod legs on the railing since I'm usually shooting in potentially crowded city spaces or compact areas. Rather than taking up space with my fully extended legs on my tripod, I can balance the tripod using 2 legs on the railing and the third on the ground. This setup keeps my tripod from getting in the way of people on the sidewalks or cars on the roads if I'm near one, while also eliminating the actual railing from wide-angle shots if I'm using a wide-angle lens. While you can work around this limitation by adjusting the ball head and legs, I don't want to waste time fiddling with my tripod, especially during golden hour or blue hour, when the light and scene changes drastically by the minute. I missed several shots of the Shinko Bridge in Nikko during my sunrise shoot there because I spent quite a bit of time struggling with the tripod and getting it into position, which instead I could have spent focusing on taking photos. The most frustrating feature of this tripod is the ball head's limitations when shooting vertical or portrait photos. If you only shoot or mostly shoot in landscape orientation, this won't affect you at all. But for those who switch in between orientations, it can be quite an annoying issue. During my travels in Japan, I often couldn't capture the shots I wanted, whether it was looking up at tree leaves from a low angle or photographing fireworks, because the ball head on this tripod restricted my framing options. While shooting straight ahead vertically works just fine, tilting the camera down or up becomes impossible due to the ball head's design. I've tried so many different ways, but I couldn't find an easy way to achieve the angles I wanted. Perhaps it's just because I'm so used to my old tripod and not the Peak Design tripod, but my old tripod never gave me these problems. It was intuitive, made sense, and never got in the way of the shots that I wanted to get, which is why I'll be switching back to my old tripod. I need gear that basically doesn't get in the way when I'm taking photos. The Peak Design tripod initially piqued my interest because of how small and light it is. It definitely made it easier for me to put in my bag compared to my old tripod, and I love how quick I was able to get it out and set in the field. However, when it came to the actual photography process, getting the shots that I wanted with my camera mounted on this tripod, using the Peak Design tripod quickly turned photography into a frustrating chore, honestly. From restricting myself from getting the type of shots I wanted, rather than a joyful activity of experimenting and trying the photos that I had in my head. Maybe I'm clueless with the tripod though, I have no idea. If so, please someone tell me if there's an actual way to fix this ball head issue with the Peak Design tripod. If there is one, please let me know, because I do want to like this tripod, as the positives are very nice. I love the weight and I love the design of this tripod. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or would like to share your experience with the Peak Design travel tripod, feel free to leave your comment in the section below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.